the current moment, um, I'm working on a demise version of Stellar Knights. Um, just tinkering around with it before I actually put it into play, making sure that my card choices and selections are as best as I can possibly get them. So, hopefully, if you guys don't mind, give me a few minutes, and we get to some live dueling action. Hmm. What do you say, Nicholas? What do you say, Digo? What do you say, Shimmy? That's another thing between breakthroughs here. Just in case you guys wonder what I'm doing, I'm actually working on a card of demise variant of Stellar Knights. Breakthrough skill. This would have come in handy in that situation. So it's like either breakthrough skill or fiendish chain. Let's go. Thanks, Shami. Let's do this. We're gonna play. This is a toss up. Breakthrough skill or fiendish chain. Oh wow, let's go fiendish. But then, yeah, wouldn't matter. And then we're gonna take one strikeout, and we'll take following strikeout. Just tinkering with a demise version of Stellar Knights just to see how it would actually play. I think I'll try it like that because in that situation I got Black Rose and I only had in one Starlight Road, and you know that's why I put in a second copy. It would have really saved me in that situation, negating the Black Rose effect and getting me a 2500 beat out on the field. So I would really want to see this to protect my back row, as well as I wouldn't have to use up my alphas just to counter. And also if I had the Fiendish Chain, I also could have protected my field in that situation. So just deck test and see how it functions and then go from there. The rivalry was still kind of neat because he had builds on the field, and if he had played a zombie I could have just triggered the warlords and then see if he would choose between his builds or his zombie. But I think this is pretty good. I've already had a couple duels and this is as far as I've gotten. As I continue to test it out, see other field situations, then I know what to take out, add in, you know, just to keep the deck as effective as possible. I really wanted to run Harness, but I prefer the double Moxie over the Harness because if, let's say, my opponent goes first, I'm going second. If my opponent wants to like build an awesome field, they're gonna do a lot of special summoning, which then opens up, you know, these moves. And if I do go first and they see that I'm playing like a card demise version and then I trigger Mark C, they're literally going to stop what they're doing because they would not want me to add additional cards to my hand because they know that I'm already playing a fast pace there. And to allow your opponent to add like one or more cards in addition to their, you know, plus 2 and 3 players, like with Pot of Duality and Card of Demise, it really stops your opponent from going off what they're gonna do unless they can act, or if they're not sure that they can OTK, they would stop what they're doing. We go back to testing this out. Someone sent me a message. Give me a few seconds. And I'm back. Let's go back and test this out again and see what we come up with. You just want to make sure that the deck is as effective as possible in a variety of different situations, being able to counter and multitask. So here we go again. And as always, my opponent being very generous. Don't worry, that same fair is what has cost them their loss right there. You have to be able to incorporate combos and moves that, if given the first turn, you can at least be able to defend yourself, since you won't be able to attack in the first turn. And even if you aren't able to attack in the first turn, so what? If you have a decent effect to burn your opponent for any amount of life points, then do so. That's the best opener. Reduce your opponent's life points from the start. Or if you can acquire a win condition, then do so. But that fear of not wanting to take the first turn and that greed of that 6-card starter, that always causes a lot of duelists at the end of the duel, and then they realize that, yeah, that wasn't really optimum for me. I should have been able to at least start. Your deck has to be able to start as well as finish. And when you really think about it, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! This is actually a race to acquire a win condition, whether it's reducing your opponent's life points to 0, acquiring, you know, a monster's win condition, or decking your opponent out. It's really a race to do one of the three. So, you know, you want to make sure that your deck is as efficient as possible to do that. No. Awesome. High five this guy. The crab this nigga playing. Well, this looks like it's about duel. There should be very little he's able to do from the fetal position. Yeah, 2 copies of that, yeah. I didn't want 3 because, you know, 3 of them would really clog the hand and you don't need its effect, you know, more than once in the same turn. Like once you play it once, your opponent then has to get around it. I haven't drew it into any of my card demises or anything like that yet, so you can have that affair. That's why I like to run my builds optimal at like 2, so that, you know, you don't have that consistent clogging. You just really want it to be mainly effective more than anything else. I mean, you can run the anti-spell in this in 3, but like I say, you can imagine opening up no card of demise, 3 anti-spells, and no real decent trap to protect your life points from getting punched in the face, and then you're facing a deck like Blue Eyes, who can just use monster effects to bring, you know, 2 Blue Eyes straight to the field. Next thing you know, you got at least 6k breathing on your neck and no defense. Let's do this. Gonna send him. Like I said, there's very little he can do from the fetal position. So, you know, I mean, the Solemn Strike was already anticipated. That's why the first play I made during his turn was to bring this the Dabna back from the graveyard to make sure that I don't lose my Exceed monster to negate an effect. And then 1 from the hand. Don't worry, he's gonna lose 2 cards from the hand. Gonna do this. I think this came out pretty quickly. Like, the stream has been up like 38 minutes. This deck is only 39 minutes old. What's I doing? I can burn him or I can add. Let's re-add. Keep our numbers up. Let's go to revive with the Altair. Then we're gonna bounce everything back to the hand. An extra deck. So now my Retriever goes back to my extra deck. So now I still have 2 in extra deck. Then we're gonna punish his hand again. We're going to send. We have the Nab in graveyard already, so we put Vega there. Oh, you send juice too. Check this guy out, being special. What we'll do, we'll then set 3. We have no need to play our soul charge. I just tagged that in just so, you know, if my opponent can actually go off negating any of my stellar first place, I can just like soul charge and continue going. Because he's playing dragons, I have no need for diamond. As soon as he draws, I'm going to do the same thing, just revive and go off on him again. Let's go call it a haunted. Make sure we have a stella in play for our Nova. So we're gonna special summon. Let's get Altair. And then we're going to grab the knob of the graveyard so we can add again. You know, there's nothing wrong with adding an additional card. And you guessed it, we're going back for the third Altair to make sure that we can revive our combo anytime he's ready. Fiendish Chain and Alpha is already set, so we have 2 short negations, as well as be able to bounce the field again and punish his hand. Now it's just up to him whether he decides to rage or not. So and there's really no need for that. Like, Fiendish is set, and now his only other option, because I do know he has that level 7 Dragon Lord in hand, is to play a spell card which can be negated. The level 7 cannot be summoned, so basically either he surrenders or rage. Either one, it doesn't matter. There we go. I think that was rather relevant in that situation. I don't see anything that we needed to tech out. Like I say, I prefer the double Maxi, because if my opponent does go off, like, I get, you know, a whole lot of cards to create a massive amount of different combos to go off in my next turn. So I preferred it over Harness. Even though Harness can get you out of like those 1-turn Ultimate Falcon moves, I would really prefer the Maxi. So in trouble in situations like that, I can actually defend myself first turn. So you have a lot of people in the lobby. Let me go and find someone. Let's see if I can get back at Ruger now that I've actually made those changes. Time connection seems to be bad between us. Let's see what Mr. Moon's saying. I wonder if he's married to Mrs. Moon or Sailor Moon, whichever Moon. And look at that, my opponent is now being nice again, giving me the first turn. Not a bad start if I say so myself. Yeah, that's the only thing at times, like, when you really do need monsters, you don't usually get them, but that's why I like running my Demise versions with like 3-part duality. So if I don't pick up a monster off the card of Demise, I can like just duality into a monster and like keep myself live. Now let's see what I get. Ew, that's really nice. That's really nice. Oh, that's even more nicer. Oh man, the options. Let's go for her. And we're just gonna break him out. She can die. That has no relevant meaning to us. Yeah, I guess I'll show you most of my card of Demise builds afterwards, Jeff, so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, because I know it's like a real hindrance with monsters, I like to keep like, when I run them like anywhere from 13 to 15, and even if monsters get catch in the lineup of card of Demise effect of being pitched to the grave, like it doesn't really matter. Oh snap, that's me holding down circle. That's supposed to be active. Let's see what he does. Yeah, that first play, he shouldn't have even gotten those 2 additional cards. But yeah, I'll show you a few of my demise versions, and then we go from there. So you can see like how to make the demise versions even more effective to be able to counter like those monster issues. And I love when they use cards effect where they ditch the special summon, then I can actually play the warning. So just now I went 2 for 1 in that trade. And then he can continue his turn. He can no longer play spells at the moment, so he's gonna have to do that. Wow. Either that's 4 traps or a whole lot of spells. Let's see where we go. Ooh, that's excellent. Could always use one of those. Let's attack. Let's just see what he does. Nothing? Wow. How should we go about this turn? I could do that. Let's do that. Bring in the Vega from the grave. We're gonna attempt to exceed summon. Oh no, scratch that. Yeah, we'll let him go. Let's see what he does. Any special summons to that guy? Any? 1, 2 for 1, 3, 4. Gotta have at least one special summon. Good boy. Hold on. Let's mark C to that. Then we'll counter whatever he plays after that, and whatever he decides to special summon, we'll just continue to replenish our hand. Let's go level 4. Oh, there goes JD. Bye. There we go. Lumina. Let's go. To the field. Discard the card in your hand. Give me 2 more. Let's go. No, we don't have to counter yet. Let's go. Pitch the card. Yeah, I was playing it with Star Seraphs originally. But then it seemed like the card of demise variant was like more effective, so I just went with the demise. I'm going now to play it like demise, the demise variant from now. So there goes his honest. Oh, he even got a trick clown off that exchange. Let's go. Don't stop special summoning. Come on, man. You know you got more in the tank. Don't stop special summon again. I need an additional card. Let's go. And the thing that hurts the most is, at least if he had those 2 cards that he had set in hand, like, he honestly could have like Black Rose and been in a better position, but oh well, we'll wait and see what he does. Oh, he goes for Scarlight. Scary. Another card, thank you. Don't stop now. You might as well finish it off. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. Because I think someone is getting a little cranky here. Let's call first. Let's get Altair. Then we're gonna get the Vega. And then we're gonna special summon the Denab. Defense. Let's go for a little bit of burn potential. And now he can have his turn. Oh, and the funny thing about this too, if he activates his Scarlight's effect, he's gonna also take out his Lumina. That's fine. That is fine. Let's draw, see what we get. Altair. Vega. We're gonna use Azum. We're gonna burn foreground. And then we're gonna bounce the field. Five Scarlight. Then we're gonna out one of those cards in the hand. We're gonna send. Let's send Vega. Ooh, Dark Hole. Not bad. I mean, still useless. I just repeat the combo. Altair, Vega, Denab again. Alright. Null and Mitre. Something's missing. Wait. Much better. Much better. What's it gonna be, Mr. Moon? You do know it's your turn, Mr. Moon. Ah, thank you. Thank you very much. There we go. Since those changes, that's 2 wins so far. We'll keep going and see how many wins we can rack up before we actually take a loss, and then we will see exactly what went wrong and what we weren't able to counter, sorry, and then, you know, put in text in the deck to be able to deal with that, because like I said, when you're deck building, you really want to make the deck as efficient as you possibly can. I was thinking about putting in Eccentric Archfiend. I think I'll do that. I really do think I should do that. But then again, I really love the Stellar Knight play. Ah, man. Let's cut these two. We'll mark, take out a harness, and then we'll put in the Archfiend Eccentric. Where is she? Ah, there we go. So she's also light, and you can summon her to the field. You can pop a monster. She goes to the extra deck, as well as if you play Card of Demise and she's in hand, you can like set in the scale, pop one in the back. So you really wouldn't lose nothing much. The only thing is, like I say, monster presence, but I run 13 Moxie just to make sure I get them faster, and you basically just recycle off of those. And then you can also make emerald. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I'm not trying to get my duels to even last. Um, for me to even have 5 stellars face up to go into 86. If that's what I'm planning for, then that means I'm actually in the duel for the long run, and I don't want to give my opponent additional turns. That's why I tacked in the Gaga Cowboy. So like I would go like Vega, Altair, and then um, Asla, burn for 1,000, attack with all 3, and then make Cowboy and burn for an additional 8 because I want to out my opponent as quick as possible. I know 86 is good using 5 warriors. That's really decent, but when you really think about it, this is a demise version. It only runs what, 2, 8, 9 warriors. You know, to get 5 of those 9 in play, being really, how to put it, realistic. That's you know, that's, it's not really something I want to say, all right, I want to make that play. Like, I just want to out my opponent quick, keep neutering the board. That's why I run 3 Trevor. That way I can keep bouncing, locking them out of their spells, and if they have like multiple types, keeping them from going into their players, and then, you know, Starlight Road for back row protection, and then get a 2500 beater in play, as well as an additional destruction negate. So as well as I can also trigger my own Starlight Road off a Dark Hole and Raigeki and Twin Twister as well. So if I need a 2500 beat on board, I can actually set, which this deck does, sets a lot of trap cards, set them, activate Twin, and then get a Stardust in play. So yeah, and that's another way I get around like with my demise builds, like incorporating the Starlight Road because it's a negate, a 2500 beater, as well as another protection from destruction effect. So let's say they trigger the Earthbound Immortal effect, I forget which one that is. You could just Starlight Road and then you get your Stardust, and now you have a 2500 beater on board, and you necessarily don't have to always rely on your Stellar Knights. And like I say, I just place this in. I feel it's gonna be more effective than having 2 Vega and the I have never pronounced this a day in my life, but this one, I feel it's going to be more effective because I get a monster destruction upon summon, as well as a back row destruction when set in the pendulum zone. So you can basically say this is like a MST, not as quick, but let's say you card a demise, you can save it instead of having one of your monsters or Moxie like be pitched to the graveyard after demise. Let's say you drew into eccentric, set it in the scale, and then the following turn you can pop one in the back row if need be. So like you can get rid of troublesome face up spelling trap cards that your opponent may have in play. And this is the version that I've switched to. Still working on it, just made it. Trying to see how many troublesome situations it can get out of, and then seeing where it will actually lose. Since I made the adjustments of adding in 2 Starlight Roads, double Fiendish Chain, it has not lost. And with the introduction of Eccentric, we'll see just how well it functions from here, and then we'll know exactly, you know, what we can tack in, or what we do need to take out for sure. Like I said, I run 2 anti-spell fragrances. 3 would really clog the hand, and then you can get punched in the face, basically because let's say your opponent normal summons a 1900 beat of Moxie is irrelevant at this point. Your Stellar Knights, you need them in the grave so you can revive. That's why I run 3 Call, 1 Oasis. Some people would run 2, 3 Oases as well as 3 Call of the Haunted. It can clog. You pick up 3 Calls, 2 Oases, 3 Oases, 2 Calls, or 2 Calls, 2 Oases, Fiendish Chain. Like, you can't do nothing. You have no monster in the grave. So you really want to make your plays as effective as possible by making sure you get your card ratios right in the deck. Like I say, you run 2 or more 3 spell fragrances, it can clog, and then you get punched in the face and you can't defend, and that hurts. Let's test it out again and see what we get. Yeah, like as you keep increasing your card based knowledge on what's actually effective and how to counter, like uh it's it's always great to revise all of your decks and make sure that you're actually playing them as best as they can be played. So like any genius of ingenuity adding in like one card amazing place that can get you like a 4K on board, like a ultimate, like Lastrix Ultimate Falcon, Seven Sins, and getting a 4K on board to out like troublesome monsters. Like, you know, you want to incorporate those plays in decks where it can be, or that won't cost you a thing, and keep your plays optimum. And like and now that I really think about it, adding in the eccentric was really a excellent move, because let's say my opponent plays Light Imprisoning Mirror, I can now draw into eccentric, put it in the pendulum scale and pop, because in the pendulum scale it's treated as a spell card and not a monster effect after that. So let's say my opponent sides in light, the eccentric would actually get me out of that situation, which is really cool now that I think about it. So adding in the eccentric was actually a really good move to make. Um, let's pitch that, set this, end turn. Let's see what my opponent plays. Maybe Blue Eyes. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. And it really is Blue Eyes. Galaxy Soul, double Galaxy Soldier, Infinity. Probably take my Stellar Knight and negate my face down. That's troublesome. Galaxy Soldier again, pitch off. Nova, Infinity, and then problems. Yeah, Reckless Greed is really good, you know. Like, once you can combo 2 or more Reckless Greeds, is like you go in, skipping 2 draw phases to draw 4 cards. So it was like you played Port of Greed both turns. And if, let's say, because I was in a situation where I played Reckless Greed and I had no cards left in my deck, but because of Reckless Greed's effects that didn't allow me to draw, I did not deck out immediately, so I had 2 additional turns to spare, which I did one duel before I actually had to have drawn a card. So like if you can get like 2 or more Reckless Greed to go off, even if you don't get like both of them in the same turn, let's say you Reckless Greed into a Reckless Greed, once you Reckless Greed during your opponent's turn before the turn count for the 2 goes off, that still puts you up in the duel. You may not have gotten those 2 cards and those additional 2 cards immediately, but at least you still went your 4 for 2. You see? So that's still really decent. Oh, Dragon Spirit of White. Cool. I really do think we should take care of that Dragon Spirit of White. Let's get you. Let's get Altair again. Let's go play for the Dodgers. What do we have here? There we go. That'll work. Since dragon type monsters can't be destroyed by battle or card effects because of the return of the dragon lords he placed into the grave, that was the most effective way to get rid of it. And what we're gonna do now is, since I can't battle, we're gonna play, oh no, we're gonna set, and then we're gonna end, and then see what he does. But the first thing we have to do is actually play the anti-spell to make sure that he doesn't play another return or anything like that. No, any of those are the spells that allow his dragons to, you know, storm the field, like just pitch off, keep drawing, and then revive. Now let's see what he does. Oh, nice. Beautiful. We're gonna play this. We're gonna attack and see what he does. Looks like nothing. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna card a demise. We're gonna get 2. Not bad at all. We're gonna set, and we're gonna summon, just so that he doesn't go to waste, and end. And even if you do another spell card and can activate the face down, even if it's a spell, just because the anti-spell fragrance, it really slows down his plays, because now like he literally has to like set and wait an additional turn to do like multiple spell plays. So it's really nice to have, but the first and foremost is you have to be able to activate. See the eccentric there. This would have popped this earlier, but since I have no need of its pop ability, I can now twin twist to clear both of the back. There we go, see that? Return. That's why I said lock up that return, and you see he did have it in hand. Let's battle. That's why I say once you know what your opponent's playing, you have to be able to assess all other possible plays and combos, so that you can then, you know, be able to counter them effectively. So what if your opponent beats your life points down to 50 or 10 or 1 life point? As long as you have life points, you can make your comeback in the duel. Let's draw 3 there and see what we get. Oh wow. Well, we know he's playing dragons, so that's irrelevant. We'll set this and we'll set this. And I'll end our turn. Now let's see what he does. There we go. If it's a spell, he now has to set it. And then we can then open back up with Twin Twister again. We're going to hold that back card just in case it's Torrential Tribute. We don't want him to clear our monsters off the board. Bing. There we go, another return. And that's how effective anti-spell can be. And then we're just going to out this duel. And like if need be, like if I needed like more attack points, like I said, I could have Twin Twisted, Chain, Starlight Rosebud, my Stardust, put Stardust on board, and even if you had a trap card to activate, Stardust could have negated it if it had a destruction effect and still go off. So that's what, 3 wins so far in a row. We're just gonna keep racking up wins until we end up in a troublesome situation where we take a loss, and then, like I said, we'll evaluate what either slowed us down or was most effective against the deck, and then put in cards to counteract that so that you can actually stay in the duel main deck and not always have to side deck to, you know, compensate for those kinds of things. And like I said, in that situation, siding in that eccentric archfiend, that you don't understand how powerful that is, because let's say my opponent plays light imprisoning mirror. Yeah, she may be light and have an effect, but placing it in the pendulum zone then has it treated as a spell card. That's why if you guys look at pendulum monsters, you notice a little green shaded area on the card. You can put in the pendulum zone and then pop the light imprisoning mirror, and then, you know, still go off with your stellar night effects and bouncing spark off the field, new to your opponent's hand, and, you know, slap them in the face for 21. And I really do think that eccentric is really optimal in a lot of card demise decks, because like you can, like, even if you're playing a pendulum style card demise deck and you need space on your scale, like I said, she can pop herself out of this, pop one in your opponent's barcode, or put herself in the extra deck, and you can still reset your scale. Like, you literally don't lose in that exchange. Oh, not bad at all. And here's what we're gonna do in this situation. We're gonna play the pot first. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, that's even nicer. Oh, wow. So many options. I don't even know what to choose. Let's go. Oh man, this is really good. Because then he can't do that. So let's go. We're gonna go road first. Okay, they're gonna set. My opponent only has 5 cards in the extra deck, so I don't know what the hell that is. So I'm gonna activate Moxie's effect so I can get the full benefit of the card of demise. And there we go. Play her, and then let's actually summon the Altair, and then we're gonna let her die. Now, if my opponent had like 15 cards in the extra deck, I would have kept the Moxie play just to be able to draw more cards. What is this guy playing? Let him have that effect. We need to see what he's actually playing. Alright, he's playing like a ninja, some type of ninja transformation type foolishness type thing. We're actually going to we're gonna Nova that. I mean Alpha that. And there's the Archfiend. Excellent. And we'll just wait, see what he does. That's it. Wow, look at that. What do we have here? Less in the pendulum scale. This is 0 counter, should be on that. We'll just wait for him. We'll use her effect. We're gonna pop this one. We still have a turn to spare on this, so we don't have to immediately take out the Shard of Greed. And let's see what he does. Nothing. Then we're just gonna end, and we're gonna wait and see what he does from there. He sets another one. Summons his Ninkin dog trash. Gladly. Now my turn. Alright, now time to get ourselves out of some troubling situation. First we're gonna add what do you say, Triple A? When a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field of control and then half the attack of that monster special summoned. Oh, not bad at all. Oh, now he plays Call of the Haunted. I think when Hanzo is special summoned, he adds a card or something like that. Yeah, add one ninja monster from your deck to your hand. Alright. We're going to add awesome. And then we're gonna go off on the Twin Twister. We're gonna break this, and we're gonna break the ninjutsu. Fine, that cleared up a lot of our troubles. We're then gonna go into Call of the Haunted. We're gonna use Altair. And then we're gonna get Aslam, so we can burn for 1,000, and then we're gonna bounce everything back so he doesn't get his 2-card draw his next turn. That's why I said you can wait this out, and only just before the turn you would gain that effect. Then you would start pulling all of your hair off of your head if you can't get rid of it. And you just always want to make sure that your opponent's back row is clear before you exceed summon, so you don't have to worry about being countered on your counter. I'm gonna put everything back. There we go. Then we're gonna punish his hand. We'll send Azla to the grave, because burning your opponent is, you know, just awesome. There we go. Scapegoats. Wow. This guy looked like he watched a lot of Joey's duels. And then we're just going to set 3. So even if he has a mass destruction draw on his next turn, like, it's irrelevant. And then no matter if he has a monster effect that he can't activate, it's still irrelevant. He sets 1. Play shard. Don't end your turn with 1 in the hand, that hurts. We'll punish the hand again. We'll send Altair. Get rid of that. We have no need to out that immediately. We can then Call of the Haunted. We can Altair. And then we can then Aslam. Burn for 1,000. We go on the attack. Nope. 21 first. Let's see that defense. Ninja. 1,700 direct. Oh. You can banish this card, target when attack, negate that attack. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know a ninja had that kind of effect. What a way to save yourself. I'll set 1, and that ends my turn. Whatever he draws, he has to play. If he doesn't play it, it gets sent to the graveyard automatically. He can't draw 2 off his shard, and the most he could effectively do is set a monster. That's about it. Anything else would be like career suicide. Alright. Let's go on the attack and see what he does. Mirror Force, anything like that. Nope. Well, I guess he just dies. Because, like, even if it was Torrential Tribute, it wouldn't have mattered. But, you know, you want to make sure that you keep your field from being cleared limited as much as possible. And that's you. That's what 4 wins so far. We're going to keep going until the deck takes a loss. And like I say, like, watching field presence and then, you know, trying to say incorporate number 86 is like saying that I want the duel to go longer, and like that isn't the objective. Like, you want to win the duel as quick as possible. The less turns your opponent has to play Yu-Gi-Oh, the better your chances are at winning, because the more turns you give them, the more draw power potential. Next thing you know, you staring down a beastly field. Oh, there's my opponent being nice again, allowing me to go first. A beastly field that you probably can't get over, or they may have you locked out of the duel, so you want to avoid that as much as possible by winning as quick as possible. 7 in the extra deck. Now it makes me wonder, what in the world could my opponent possibly be playing? So what we're going to do is we're going to set everything we have and see what our opponent does. Wait, card of demise. Let's add there. 2, 3, excelente. We're gonna duality. There we go. Excelente. Ooh, that's nice. Hold on, I need to recheck my field again. Nova warning. We're gonna go eccentric. We do have the ability to protect our field from, you know, getting nuked right off the bat. So we're gonna put this in the pendulum zone. We're gonna play Denab to add, so we can thin out the deck. And what we'll be thinning out is this guy. Gonna send him to the let him die off the card of demise effect, and then we're gonna limit our opponent to what they can possibly play, which would then end my turn. Die. Good. Now we can do this, and we could put the brakes on most of our opponent's plays. Now let's see what they do. Sets 1. Plays Elemental Hero Prism, and we're going to solemn that because he can't play spells. And let's see what he does. Sets another one, and we know that he has to set his spells if he want to activate them on his following turn. So with eccentric, we can possibly pop one before he can even activate it, which puts us in a decent position to win, as always. Didn't need all of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna eccentric. We're gonna pop this. Oh, Hero Blast. We're gonna direct attack and see what he does. Nothing. Let's main phase 2. We're gonna set 1, and that'll be enough for now. Yo, Swords of Revealing Light. This guy is good. We'll let that go through. We'll wait for an actual threat to be activated before we counter. Emergency call. Let's stop that. He seems like he really wants to add. If he's short on monsters, let's leave him that way. There we go. Oh wow. Set. Then we're gonna play Demise +2. We are then going to set this, and that'll be it for us. Now we're going to call the knob and then get Altair. And the good thing with anti-spell fragrance is the fact that if your opponent is drawing more new spell cards, like they still have to set them and wait a whole turn before they can actually play them, so it really leaves them in a bind. He sets one, ends turn. Let's draw. Let's go Altair. And this is where the duel really takes a turn for the worse. And then we're gonna go Aslam. We're gonna burn for 1,000. And then we're gonna go into this guy. And bounce everything back. So now call it, I mean, swords is now like useless. And all of the spells that he were trying to play for his next turn are like now back in the hand, so like it's almost like he can't play spells at all. Oh, there's Call of the Haunted. We can allow that to go through. Because at the end of the day, it matters not. Then we're going to punish the hand, and his hand is going to continually be punished unless he continues to set. Let's pitch the knob to the grave. Let's see what we catch. Whoa, that's a big fish. Polymerization. So now he has a elemental hero prism with 1700 attack that cannot get over my Treva. And we're going to reset our field, which is really like, how to put it, more than broken. Because to get over this field, like, I'm gonna have to go inside the entire deck list to come up with a combo to be able to get over this. If he was playing darks, then I would have gone into Constellar Diamond, so it doesn't even matter at this point. We're gonna anti-spell fragrance. Even if he could have chained Twin Twister in response, like I said, it would have been irrelevant. Because does he know, or do I only know? Maybe only I know that I have Starlight Road set, so it doesn't matter. I think I said that too loud. Now he knows I have Starlight Road set. But then it's irrelevant anyway. Elemental Arrow Prism. Monster effect. So he can try to thin out his deck and try to draw something better for his following turn. Neos. Go ahead, it doesn't stop there. Still your turn, buddy. Aren't you gonna set that last card? You really should. I highly recommend that you do. Well, I guess he doesn't want to listen. What's it called? It Haunted Neos? I'm waiting. Call it Haunted Neos. I'm waiting. Any day now, call it Haunted Neos. Like, I can read all of your moves. Alright, let's punish the Han. We're gonna send Altair to the grave. Get rid of that. Oh, compulsory. This guy is almost a living genius. Almost. Let's call it a haunted response. We're gonna go Altair, Denab, and then add again. I mean, I was putting my Retriever back in my deck anyway, but, you know, thanks. Get rid of that. Oh, look like a Rainbow Neos deck. Let's go Denab so we can add again. We're just mainly waiting on him to call it a Haunted Neos because that's his best move. He has nothing better than that. Let's go Denab, add again. Let's get Uticast. Normal summon, thinning out our deck. Vega. Then bounce everything back again. And like the duel just, there we go. What's that number? I lost count. I think 5 or 6, somewhere up in there. And as you guys can clearly see, I sure my opponent could have heard hear me, and you know, as me stating all of his plays, you know, it's really troublesome when your opponent knows everything you can do and telling you we're waiting on you to do something just to counter. Like, you literally have no hope at that point. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier, we're just waiting to see if we run into a deck that can actually give this deck its first loss since its new additions to the deck. It hadn't lost since the first 2 changes, and I've made, I think, 2 more since then, so it just keeps getting better. And there my opponent goes, being nice as always. And then they regret it later that they didn't start the duel. Oh wow, no extra deck. Now I'm trying to figure out if this is Monarchs or what. But if it's Monarch, shouldn't he have gone first? Or some type of pendulum variant? Let's go Altair. Set 2. Sorry. Set 4. And then we're gonna demise. Excelente. That's gonna come in handy. Oh, then in our turn, and let's see what they do. And the reason why I call it a haunted immediately is to make sure that I do a field presence so that he doesn't like just run over my field. We're gonna go Altair again and then see what he does. Oh wow, I have not seen a card in like ages. Messenger of Peace. I so hate that spell card. Like, you literally only pay 100 life points and your opponent can't attack with 1500 or more. Like, you know how many multiples of 100 you can pay before you run out of life points? Like, the duel could then like end twice. You would deck out before that even happens. Like, that is ridiculous. Let's go Rhoda, and we're gonna go for Vega. Then we're going to Vega. Nope. Let's go Altair. Yes. Hell yeah, what you mean? Gotta send out the deck. Got to send out the deck. Let's throw Azam into the grave so we can revive him later. We're gonna go into this, bounce everything off the field. Let's see what do we want prevalent in hand. We're gonna go this guy, and then we're gonna keep our Vega Altair in hand. So that we can continually repeat this cycle. So no matter how many times he plays his Messenger of Peace, it's, you know, not gonna matter. And then we're gonna now punish his hand. We're gonna send the Denab to the grave. We want to make sure we keep Denab live so we can just Vega Altair Denab out again. What the crap is this? Millennium Shield? Hey, this has to be one of the best level 5s in the game. 3k defense. Jeepers creepers. We're now gonna punch him in the face. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're now gonna punch him in the face for 21. He isn't playing a dark type deck, so I have no reason to go into diamond. And then we're gonna set our back row again and, you know, just keep doing what we do. And the deck really, and the duel really goes downhill from here for him. just gonna play Call of the Haunted. Like I said, the duel has already begun to go downhill for him. We're gonna go Denab out again. And it doesn't just stop there. We're gonna get our last altar here. No. Then we're gonna punish the hand twice. Oh, that makes it even worse right there. Oh man. Let's punish the hand. We're gonna send that to the grave. Then we're gonna go Vega, Altair, and instead of Denab this time we're gonna burn him for 1,000. Oh wow, Dark Magician Knight. Look at this. Yeah, Dark Magician Knight. I haven't seen that in a while. Actually, I haven't seen that played at all. I've never actually seen anyone play. I should make a deck with that, you know. I really should. That would be kind of cool. Burn for 1,000. See, that's what happens when you don't pay your power bill. See, he doesn't pay 100, so I will burn him for 1,000 every time he doesn't pay his bill. Now, we're gonna go Treva. We're gonna use you, and you. We're gonna keep the Vega altar here. We're gonna bounce everything back. Punish the hand. We're gonna send us to the graveyard because we want to make sure that every turn, because he's not paying his 100. Oh, well, he can't pay it no more. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're gonna punch him for 21, and then we're gonna set up our back row again. And this cycle just continues to keep happening, and my opponent just is gonna play himself out of the duel. Like once this starts happening, like it's almost inevitable to get over. The best you can do against this is like Tenko Hornets, that's about it. And you still have to deal with the Stellar Knights them coming off of Treva, where Treva would just go get Altair, Altair get Vega, and if there's a Stellar Knight in hand, then Treva comes back again. When I first played Stellar Knights, I actually used to play it with Light and Darkness Dragon because it gave me a decent amount of negates, as well as when Light and Darkness Dragon got destroyed, it would do the same thing as Treva. Get a Stellar Knight from the graveyard and repeat the same cycle, go into Treva again. Oh, he wants to run into my Treva. Oh, this guy is special. And I'm allowing that to happen because I can now do this. I can now go into my graveyard and get Altair. Attack. It does not leave my field bare at all. So I would continuously have monster presence even though it's a card of demise build. We're gonna go Azam, so we can burn for 1,000. We want to continuously keep doing this because only so much he can take. He has 1,800 left. That's you know, the part where you either surrender or rage. We're just gonna see which one he does. There we go. That's win number 6 or 7 because I already lost count. And I guess this process will continue to keep happening. For how long? Only heavens knows. about 2 o'clock. About 2 o'clock, because they messaging me now, so I guess they heard me out. Yeah, Devon just messaged me. Johnny say she can play. I hear and Joel say he can play, so that's cool. And then Devon say he can pass too. So yeah, whenever you ready. Not really. I actually tried to watch One Piece, but then what ended up happening is that you had Naruto going on at that time, and yeah, you know what ended up happening. Naruto just took control. We'll open up with this. We're gonna send Denab to the graveyard because it's always excellent to add. Even if he's playing like Necro Valley, he can chain Call It a Haunted and respond, so it wouldn't matter. But before you can even activate Necro Valley, we're gonna slow that down. I'm gonna set that, and I'll end my turn. Oh, I don't watch One Piece, so I wouldn't even know who that person is. Straw Hat Kianan, or however you pronounce that. Oh, water hazard. This guy is special. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Oh, mermaids. Wow. This could become troublesome. Scratch that. We look like we safe. And it looks like he literally is only playing mermaids. Like, this is really porous, ridiculous. Like, if this was the real Atlantean version, I might have been in some serious trouble. Keep going. Let's see what he targets. Alright, we could have that. Let's go Call of the Haunted. We're now going to add Burn Boy. Let's go. We're now going to burn 1000. Then we're just going to run over his monsters. Then we're gonna bounce everything on the field back to the hand. Boy, Shimmy, you got jokes, son. Let's send him to the grave. We're gonna punish the hand and then lock out spells again. Bing. Set. 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 And set. Ends my turn. Anti-spell. Much better. I love what he's doing on his side of the field. And this is really where the duel begins to go downhill for my opponent. And he left 2 in hand. He doesn't want those 8. Let's punish the hand. We're gonna send this guy. Let's punish the hand. Excelente. And because this is a light monster, this effect does not go off. Now we're gonna go call it haunted. We're gonna bring the knob back. We're gonna get Altair. We're gonna burn for 1,000 and then bounce everything back on the field. Altair. Get this guy. And we're gonna bounce everything back. Much better. I love how the field looks. I love the view of the field at the moment. This is beautiful. We're gonna send Altair to the grave. Punish one with the hand. Ooh, that's what he had face down. Torrential Reborn. Alright, now we're gonna set our 5-card back row. Like I said, at that point, you know, the duel just goes downhill for my opponent. So I think this should make win number 7 or 8, which includes one rage quitting, or 2. Anyway, I've already lost count, but I know I should be up to like 7 or 8 wins consecutively. Let's see what he does. Oh, he summons Marksman out of desperation. Oh, there we go. There's the rage. There's the rage. Like I said, if that would have been the Atlantean mermaids, I would have probably been in, you know, more of a dire situation. And there my opponent goes again, being generous as always, and allows me to go first. No, the only thing I can tell him is thank you. Let's see, what do we have here? First we'll play pot. Oh wow. Oh. I think we'll grab this. And we'll set up our field. 4-card set, 1 summon. And see how he likes that. Oh wow. Straight in the galaxy eyes. This guy is relentless. He really is. Draw. Oh wow, not bad at all. Let's duality. See what we get. Not bad at all. But he's playing dragon, so rivalry would not be necessary. Let's get warning. Let's burn. And then direct attack. We'll set one and lull in our turn. And let's see what he does from there. Sets another one. What is Galaxy 0? That was short-lived. Was expecting much more than that. We're gonna attack that. In phase 2. We'll set that. And we'll end our turn. Oh, trading. Wow. We're gonna do this with the alpha. Oh, wow. That's cool. Let's see what he does. And we are going to pay 2 grand to negate that. You don't have to worry about that. That should not happen. Oh boy. I got beat in that situation. Go ahead. That looks like a loss. Jeez, ain't getting over that. Oh boy. This way it goes from bad to worse for me. Well, that's dual. See, 8-1. I ain't bad at all. Let's see. Vanities is in my side deck. Now it's really if I should run more strikes. Shoot, I don't run any strikes at all. Jeez. Well, I didn't draw into any of the Fiendish Chains. Fiendish Chain would have actually saved me in that situation or in that scenario. And Rivalry would have too, so didn't get into any card of Demise, so wasn't able to get into the cards that could have actually saved us in that situation, because after I made his Infinity Negate, if I drawn like Regeki or Darkhold, I would have been back in, because I would have cleared his field, or even card of Demise, draw into them, I would have been back in the duel. So I don't think there's anything wrong, it's just, you know, it's a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Either you get the cards or you don't. We'll play it again. Oh, wow. The relevant situations of a madman. What's going on here? Let's go pot. Let's grab our alpha so we can counter. We're just gonna do this little thing where we just set, summon. And then play our demise. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, like some of the bad breaks, especially in demise version decks, like what you really want, sometimes you just don't get. Oh, this volcanic crop thing. Alright. Set one. Then we go demise. Darkhold. Pot. Let's see if we can fish out something. Ooh. Oh, the rotor looks better. Go rotor. Jeez, this is a tough one. Do let's go into this guy. Because you have to keep in mind that I did play card of demise, so my hand will go to 0. Let's burn for 1,000. Oh yeah, no damage. Dang. Alright, that ends my turn. Let's use Alpha's effect. Just send that to the grave right quick. Nice. The Twin Twister. Pitch that. Catch 2 in the back. Oh, reckless. We'll summon this. Send 1 from the deck to the grave. Go Dabna. Oh, fiendish. Alright. That'll end my turn. No draw. So for 2 turns, it's relatively whatever he has in hand. I had a feeling. I know recycles you could draw 2 cards. Hey, let me return that favor, buddy. Let me return that favor. This is what you did to me. Huh. Let's see how you like it. You know what they say, but karma. Heard say. Now we can make magic happen. We're gonna set that. He has no draw during his next turn. So it's basically whatever he has in play. We're gonna go Oasis. Altair. We're gonna get Aslam. Burn for 1,000. And at this point, it would seem like the duel is really going downhill from here, and not for me either. And that's one of the downsides about playing a single reckless grade. That really is. Okay. I really trying to figure out, like, where does, hitting this make sense. I'm just gonna, redo my field. Let's go Altair. Don't worry, you're not the only one who can burn for that. Give you back your own burn damage. There we go. Battle. I know. I need you to play that now. That way I don't take bigger damage. And here's what we're gonna do. Gonna set, set again, and again, and one more for good measure. Now he can have a turn. For the worse. Oh, but first we need to do something like this though. And lock out all spells. And we'll wait. Nope. Well, yep. I think we've been through this before. I really do believe we've been through this before. Like, this is gonna happen. Hold on, wait. Before you can activate yours, let me do this. Let's get this is interesting. Let's get up. I think we need to put a Dabna in the grid. Really do. Dabna, get up. Draw. Oh wow. Look when this guy wants to show his face. Yeah, we know all about that. Alright, attack. Attack. We're gonna add again. Altair. $17. What should we do to disrupt that battle? Let's see what he has. Oh, he fiendish on the battle. Wow, I guess he really won the Royal Firestorm God. He running into that then. Head first. Ew, a second one. This guy is relentless. This guy is relentless. I've never seen such a tactic. Alright, let me show you what we're going to do in that regard. We're just going to make this guy. And you. We're gonna bounce everything back. Oh wow, that looks beautiful. That really does. That's beautiful. That is a sight to behold. Let's pitch Altair. Punish the hand. Oh, twin twisters. I actually wish he did got a shot in to play that. Now we're gonna set. He has 2 fiendish chains. We're gonna make sure we're ready for those. And that'll end my turn. Let's lock out spells again. Spell fragrance. And we'll wait. He can set his 2 fiendish chains and his whatever that volcanic cannon thingy is. Doesn't matter. Oh, he goes rocket this time. Add 1 blaze accelerator. No need to negate that. He can add that. Oh, wait. He has fiendish chain. Let's do this first. Oasis. We're gonna get Altair. Then we're gonna get Vega. And then we're gonna special summon the Aslan from the hand, burn him for another 1,000. Boy, that really does look like it hurt. And as we wait, yeah, volcanic reload. Attack. Attack. Let's go. Let's punish the hand first. We'll pitch him. Ooh, Wildfire Storm Guard's gone. Let's make this difficult for him. Let's go into this guy. And then see what he does. Now we can battle. Already won that one. Let's go. Doesn't stop there though. Let's take that out. Beautiful. Beautiful. 1100. We can now go into diamond. So now we make his fiendish chain null and void. And I'll just about wrap up my turn. Next turn should be duel, hands down. And as we wait, pitches off the reload. Shell, pay 500 for shell, commit suicide. There we go. Got the results we wanted. That's what, 9-1. I'll make this the last duel until the stream later on. And we will be live with a question and answer segment. Also, that was a quick hopped in or backward, probably trying to figure out what deck he should use. Yeah, also, you know, a little bit of feedback on, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the premiere episode of my theory stories. Check that out. I would like some feedback from you guys. And as I continue moving forward, doing stuff like that, I'm supposed to start a rate my deck segment, but no one has sent me a deck to rate, so I can give them my honest opinion on what, you know, they possibly have in their deck that's most likely high potential, or has a high potential, has a great deal of potential to just be considered as crap. So, you know, if you have a deck you want me to rate, you can send me it. I can put it up in the section where you build a deck, so everyone can see, and I can give my honest opinion on how I feel the deck is, how effective it would be at running, and just how competitive it would be in the current meta. So I'll also give my advice on what can be added in to make the deck better, because I won't just, you know, how to put it, would they say put it, not put it, how to, when you put someone on blast, or when you raid someone, like, I'm not just gonna, you know, be all negative about the deck. I am gonna give tips and pointers on how you can better the deck, depending on what style of play you're looking into, because, you know, all of us, we may play the same things, but we won't always play the exact same way because we have our, how to put it, our card choices and the way that we would actually want to play them to keep us effective in a duel. Like some of us just won't always open up big, or some of us, we like to evaluate our opponents. Even if we lose a duel, at least if we duel that individual again, we have a better idea of the style of duel the individual is playing with, and we can then better time our cards and be able to bait them out because we already see a trend or a pattern in which that individual plays. Ew, Fujinji. Sorry, Bujin. Let's see what he does. Oh, career suicide. Let's counter that. Draw a card there. We then play Rivalry. Make sure he does nothing extra. And Call of the Haunted. So we can now add. And we are gonna go Vega. Cheers. Let's go Vega. This guy, we're gonna send, I think that's Aslam from our deck to the grave, because we can always revive that and burn for 1,000. And then we're gonna bounce everything back to the hand. Oh, looks like he has something he can activate. We'll wait and see. Well, guess it wasn't worth it. We will now send Vega to the grave. Oh, turtle. Turtle. Let's punch him for 21. Double set, and that would end my turn. Let's see what he does. Oh, he sets. That doesn't look good at all. That does not look like someone who wants to win. That looks like desperation to me. Hold on, wait. Let's go call it haunted first, because there are some things we can do. Then we're gonna go Altair and burn them for 1,000. Now we're gonna punish his hand again. We're gonna send him. Oh, that hurt. We're gonna do this thing where we just go into another Treva, bounce everything back, punish the hand again. And by repeating the cycle like this, you never have to worry about running into cards like Mirror Force and Dimensional Fizzy and stuff like that. Target 2 cards in the graveyard. Shuffle those into the deck. Oh, that's worthless. At least if it had draw 1 after you put the 2 targets in the deck, it would have been excellent. Oh, he wants to put my... Oh, alright. Like, it's no sweat off my back. I can always put it back in the grave. Check this out. He's playing tokens. Let's go Rivalry to make sure that those tokens can't come, because I can only control 1 type now. He wanted to lock up my field so that I don't repeat the cycle, but you know, playing Rivalry, it comes in handy. Especially in the BA matchup, they can't go into any of their Dante plays because I should have put him in the grave, you know. Because Dante is a warrior and not a fiend, so it locks them out of going into those kind of exceed plays. Let's reset our field. And not only that, because I haven't actually played a Stellar Knight effect, I actually could have ended this turn, you know. Wow. Oh no, I couldn't. I only could have dealt 1700 more. Let's add the next altar here. And that should do it for now. And we just punish him again later. Either surrender or rage. There we go. That's what, 10 and 1. And that'll be it for the stream. You guys can join me later for the Q&A segments, where I'll be doing some more live duels afterwards. And until next time, later.